Today on Drawbli, we are drawing.
Heroine. There's no way to say that. It's a hero, and she's a lady.
Click that subscribe button if you are new around here.
And comment below with other ideas of what we can do to improve as artists.
Abby, tell me about your heroine.
Heroine. So there's a movie coming out soon. It's probably out by the time I upload this. But yeah, Thor, Love and Thunder.
Ooh.
It's all like 80s themed, and I love 80s themed stuff.
You do, yes.
I do. And oh gosh, what's her name?
Gosh.
Oh no, I'm blanking. She's so famous.
Jane? The character's name in the...
Yes, Jane. Thank you. I forget that. I can't. Oh my gosh, whatever. I'll think of it in a second. It's like I forgot the color yellow or something.
No, it's yellow, Abby.
Anyway, she's like the female Thor in this movie.
Yes, she is.
And she gets all strong for the role. Not Keira Knightley. I don't know. Anyway, so I decided to draw her because the movie's coming out, and I think it's cool that she got kind of buff for the role. Because if you look at photos of the actress,
she got swole.
She's traditionally, as skinny and like
Jane
teeny
Foster,
tiny as the rest of them.
Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, I am just tightening up my sketch. I didn't actually end up doing a line work pass on this. I just tightened up my sketch and erased my sketch until it looked good enough for me as far as lines go.
And I do like how your sketch of Natalie Portman is starting to shape
Natalie
up.
Portman. Oh my gosh. Thank you for Googling that on the fly. Keira Knightley? No, I have no idea. Yes.
Kate Blanchett.
No, I would never. No, Kate Blanchett I would know. Kate Blanchett was my hero.
Oh my gosh, your heroine?
My heroine, yeah.
So, tell me about like your goals here. I see that you have continued the trend of writing a couple of things over in the sidebar with your artwork.
Yes.
Whoa, that arm is going crazy.
Simple shapes, interesting shapes.
Mm-hmm.
Really focusing on the bones of this piece.
The bones.
Versus the finished work. But
tell me about those bones.
The bones took me a long time, and they were never even the best bones.
Not even the best bones, man.
They were...
That's rough.
Not the best bones, but they were my attempt at the bones. And so I cleaned up my bones quite a bit, as you can see from my sketch. And then I added just some flat color shortly after completing the bones.
Do you feel like you grew a lot on this piece?
Okay, so here's the part where I get to brag, humbly or not. But I, unlike you, I live with a professional artist in residence. And at some point, that artist came over to where I was working and helped me evaluate this work piece with a critical professional artist eye. I know. Ooh. Don't you wish you were so lucky?
Who would do that?
I don't. You wouldn't probably know his name. I mean, he doesn't.
He's probably not that big.
Yeah. No, he's way too famous. But
okay.
You would just not know.
Oh, all right. Great.
So this artist helped me learn how to be my own art director.
Oh, so that's an important skill to have in your back pocket.
Yeah, he helped me step away from the art piece for a while and come back and step into this mental role, which I liked that. That was fun to like role play the art director and act as though I have an artist that has presented this to me.
Someone
and
else.
I have to say,
someone other than yourself.
Someone other than myself. And I have to say, this is great, but change this, and this, and do this better. And
do this better.
Well, the artist is supposed to say, here's what I think I did well, and here's what I think needs work. So I'm like, oh, okay, you did do that well. And that does need work.
The two most important steps, yes.
Yes, but then also do these other things. Mm-hmm. And granted, it wasn't just me seeing what maybe could improve. There was also a professional artist in-house who helped me with this.
An in-house professional.
Yes, I have an in-house professional artist.
I need me one of those.
You do. I live a pretty luxurious life. So later on, we drew all over this with like a red marker to like say, okay, because you work on something long enough and you're tired and you just want to be done and you want to say, no, it's good enough. It's fine. I did what I could do. Mm-hmm. But then you do this other pass after taking a break and you're like, you know what? Maybe there's more I can do. Although one thing I could not see that the in-house artist helped me see
Uh-huh.
was like changing the shape of her hair. I think my eyes were far past being able to see these changes.
So this is the in-house professional artist drawing over your work here?
He's doing some markups here and saying, hey, here's, some ideas.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
He doesn't really look like he knows what he's talking about.
It was a brief, 5 minutes, but it was a valuable 5 minutes. Yeah, who knows? Probably just some guy who wandered in off the street and was like, I'm a professional artist. Some rando.
Wow, rude. Rude to whoever this person is, I guess. Glad it's not me.
Well, he was excellent, so maybe not.
Well, you're being rude toward whoever it was. So, what were some of the takeaways, I guess?
Don't give up. Right when you think you've done all you can do, take a break and come back and really go over it and say, what is all I can do? Also, whatever this was, I don't know what you did here. This is after we drew everything. I don't know if we recorded drawing everything, and that was you, by the way. You were the artist.
Wait, what? Who? Me?
But this was all the markings to say, oh, fix this, do that. And actually breaking it down as a step-by-step fix this, fix that really helped it seem less overwhelming to say not so much just, oh, this just needs to be better overall, but hey, here's some concrete things I can do here and there that will all add up to make this look a lot better.
Yes, art is not art. Art is science. And in this case, you can just make a checklist of, a literal checklist of things to do. It's like a grocery shopping list. And it's an important part of the process. Mm-hmm. It's something I do on all my sculpts. I have a checklist open on my computer right now of some things that I need to do on a character I'm working on.
Yeah. One thing too was after I go back in, and I was really intimidated to create the armor on her chest. I was really just gonna leave it the way it is now, just be whatever, it kind of hints at it. I'm one of my goals was to have simple shapes anyway, and that's a really complex shape, but you encouraged me to try and create a little bit more of the armor on her chest, so I did go in and do that too. I could not get her arm for the life of me. I tried. You even did a pass on it later, and I deleted that pass to try to do it myself.
Gasp.
But I couldn't even do it as well as you.
Oh, no.
I was so tired. And then you made some other changes way, way later on that I just kind of merged into the final piece. I was I was going to try to make the changes, but I'm tired now. But that's way later. That's after a ton of other stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I mentioned this to you, how a lot of people look at art as this this thing that exists different, separate from a lot of other things. But art is like anything else. Art, in my opinion, is closer to science or almost like medicine in terms of fields of knowledge. But I mean, you are just understanding how things work. That is what you are doing as an artist. And that's what I love about art, because you get to learn about so many different things. You get to learn about clothing, and you get to learn about seam patterns. Mm-hmm. Seam pattern, when I started becoming an artist, years and years ago, I never in a million years would have guessed before starting that I'm gonna learn how the clothing patterns work, how stitching works. I never thought I was gonna learn that, but there's so many things that you get to learn more about as you become more familiar with different subjects. It's a lot of fun. An example was the collar. And I think I helped you a lot on the collar, just understanding how that shape is wrapping around the neck and sticking out. You have to understand the perspective of that, where that shape is going and where it's coming from. So it's just a matter of working on those few different areas.
Yeah.
This is actually me painting here, working on that arm to create that bracer. But this was actually something that I wanted to mention for a lot of people, because it's probably something that people don't, or at least really new people maybe don't think about. But if your image is dark, like Abby's reference image is here, she's lit from behind, it's really difficult to see some of the areas for your reference. And sometimes you need to take that reference image and just crank the brightness on it, so that you can see some of the things in the cracks that you can't normally make out. But hey, that looks really awesome. That actually turned out amazing. I love what you did to the armor. You really pushed that to be a lot more intricate. There's a lot of stuff going on there with your lighting that I like a lot. The face looks so much better. The hair looks so much better. You pushed on all of that, and you did such an amazing job.
Thank you. I worked so hard.
You did. You did work really hard.
This took me a very long time. I don't know if I should be proud of that or not, but it took me a very, very long time.
You should be very proud of however long it took you.
You can tell by how fast the footage goes by that I sped up a lot of footage.
Well, hey, if you want to be proud of your work as well, you should click that subscribe button.
And comment below with other ideas of what we can do to improve as artists.
And this is the part where we say...
Goodbye.
Oh, goodbye. Such a dramatic goodbye. I didn't know we were dramatic now at the end. Goodbye.
Goodbye forever. Until next time.